What is going on, guys? Welcome to another Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month of June. And boy, boy, what a start of the month it has been. Oh man, guys, dude, I'm telling you guys right now, if I could have predicted this any better, I would be like a Nostradamus or something. Because on Sunday, right? On Sunday, I told everybody in the Boltz Alpha. All right, if you're in Boltz Alpha, you guys can vouch for this. I told everybody inside Boltz Alpha, said, listen, guys, this week is going to be very interesting because on Monday, we're going to get this fake push. And on Tuesday, we're going to get a crazy flush. And I know all of you guys who are inside Boltz Alpha, you guys read that message, right? But I could have not predicted that any better because that is literally what happened. Okay? That's literally what happened. We're going to talk about the state of the trenches. And one thing I want to let you guys know, though, is listen, guys. Now, I know it's going to sound crazy, but if you want to make money, now is the time. All right, now is the time. Like, this is the time where you make big gains. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. If you're new to the stream, want to say welcome, guys. Before we get started, let's go say hello to everybody. What's up, Chocolate Chips? How's it going? Good to see you on stream. We got Geo, we got Lean in the house, we got Blinky Tech. We also have Queen Saber Blast, and who else we got up in here that I did not mention? Let's see, we got MCB. What's up, brother? I'm doing great, man. Good to see you as well. We got my boy Nuv Said. Let's go. How's it going? Good to see you guys as well. Welcome back to the stream. Today's gonna be a very interesting day because, listen, now is a time where you have the possibility of making a good amount of money. Okay, this is usually where people start getting fearful, where people are like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. What should I do? Guys, this is the time where people make the most amount of money. We're going to talk about that today and how that is possible, and also how that's even more possible, especially with meme coins, and why if you're not locked in, this is a bad time to get unlocked. Yo, we got the Peludinas in the building. Let's go. So let's go ahead and lock in time. And listen, we kind of gave you guys this quote last week, but this is the time that this quote once again resonates the best. All right, the edge isn't taking more shots, it's taking the right shots, and we're going to talk about that today. So hopefully you guys are locked in. Hopefully you guys are ready to make some money. Hopefully you guys are ready to print. Let's go ahead and dive in. Don't forget to share the stream with your friends. Let them know. Guys, stop freaking out. Stop hitting the panic button. Now is the time to make some money. So let's go ahead and go into it. Before we jump into anything, though, I do want to go ahead and take a look at the market. Like always, I want to see what's going on, how we doing, what's happening in the world of meme coins. And let's pull up the board that's going to give us that information. And this is what we have so far, fellas. Same amount. We got 29, almost 30,000 tokens trying to come out of the trenches. 100 have come out. The volume's still pretty interesting. The trenches are still a little bit hot, which is one of the most unusual things, right? Which is one of the most unusual things, because the simple fact that you would think, since Bitcoin and Solana are not doing so hot, you would think the trenches would not be hot. But the trenches are hot. They're as hot as can be. We be hitting like a 10x, a 7x, a 5x, a 3x, left and right. That is because we are locked in. We know now is the time to make some money. Right now, when people are panicking, that is when you make the most amount of money. So we have 29,000 people, 29,000 tokens. 100 tokens have migrated, which is not a lot, roughly almost 0.40 for 0.4. Not where we want it to be. We want it to be at least in 1. 80,000 in volume, so that means a lot of people are trading. The chances of hitting a 2x is almost 1.5, and the chances of hitting a 5x is 0.7. The 10x is 0.37, and the 20x is 0.13. Almost unfathomable, but still very, very doable. All right, with that being said, let's take a look and dive in and see what's going on with the state of the money. Oh my goodness, guys. I wish I would be able to tell you guys that things are looking good, that things are great in the BTC, in the Solana space, but this is the time where people start panic selling and people start panic buying, because there are a lot of people that are scooping up these prices on BTC. And we got a lot of fear mongering going around. People saying, yo, it's going to come down to 20. It's going to come down to 40. It's going to come down to 50. So a lot of speculation going on in the BTC range. But like I said, when we spoke last week and we were going to not hold that 70, things were going to get a little bit crazy. And that's kind of like where we are right now, within those ranges of 66. It doesn't have a floor yet. So ideally, there's two scenarios that are probably going to end up happening. Either we're going to go up, or we are just going to keep going down, roughly like in the 60 range. Ideally, I think that's might be where the bleeding might stop. but we have wait to see. This is probably the start of the week, and like I said in Boltz Alpha, like the most sentiment we want is we want to see what happens around Thursday, which we'll have a better idea of how the market conditions are handling. Solana's staying there within that 74, 74. We want to see it at 80. The thing with Solana, it doesn't really matter where it's at, because as long as you're still trading meme coins, the lower the price of Solana, usually the more coins we actually get ramping up. So that's what we have as far as in general. But listen, we're still making a ton of money within the meme coin space, and that's what makes it great. That's what's awesome, and that's what we're going to talk about today, which is the opportunities that we have of actually generating money. Okay, so if you guys watch my buy the dip, sell the rip videos, you guys have been making a ton of money. I want to highlight a couple cards. Sorry, a couple cards, a couple coins that I really wish that you guys would be more in tune to. And if you're inside Boltz Alpha, you guys are already in these coins. Okay, so one of the first coins I want to highlight is this one. Is Useless. Okay, I gave you this coin roughly, I believe it was somewhere towards the end of April, start of May. I said, guys, listen, Useless is bottomed out. It's in the slowest stage has been 30 million, and I said this would be the time to actually come in here and swoop it up and take a little bit of a stab on it here, because I think eventually it could give you like a 2 to 3x, if it holds up perfectly, right? Ideally, that is exactly what ended up happening. And this actually has performed better than a lot of coins. And one thing I always like to preach, and I always like to say, is like, you could not force a narrative. You could not force a meme coin on people. You could put a lot of market making on it. You could put a lot of, like pumping on it. You could put a lot of KOLs on it. It's a botch in the building. But if the coin is not good, the coin is only going to go high, and the only people that are going to be buying it are the people who are trying to push the coin, not real buyers. And that's why when we saw this one, we were like, okay, it's at 30 million, and I think we could get like a nice, 2 to 3x. And look at this beautiful, guys, 30 million to 90 million, a nice, beautiful 3x here. And I think it's not over. And this is on a bad market, guys, because this is like when things are really, really, really bad, right? So this is on a bad market. This is doing a nice reversal. This coin, I think, it still has a nice potential going up. This is why I really recommend you guys watch those videos and you guys, kind of lock inside the Boltz Alpha, because even though we might not be calling like low market cap coins sometimes, there is so much money to be had on other kind of coins. I'm gonna highlight another one, and this is one of my favorite ones that I like to mention a lot, which is called cards. Okay, and the reason I like cards is because I still think it's undervalued. And you're probably like wondering, like, bro, you're crazy. No, it's still undervalued. This is one of the most predominant and most important things when it comes to this, not only this year, but as we move forward into the future. I still think a couple of more years down the line where physical items like cards are very predominant. The higher the Pokemon cards go in price, the higher the baseball cards go, basketball cards, sports cards, the more this particular coin or this particular narrative is going to keep going higher. So right now it came to 50. We already saw it hit like in the 65, 70 mil here. So it's doing pretty well. I still think it breaks all-time high. It's on a retracer right now just because the market's bleeding a little bit. But I told you guys about this coin at 1.5. I told you about it at 8 million. And now it's just doing very, very beautiful. We're just waiting for a 10x on this one. And hopefully it breaks all-time high. The next one I want to mention, which is a really, I wouldn't say a newer one. We've been holding this one for almost a month. And as you guys know, super duper important here. And I actually mentioned this one on the video last week or last Monday, and it's doing pretty well. I had a beautiful bounce from our 3.4 call again, which is down here again. So it came down at 3.4. It's now working at to 5 mil. Ideally, what I want to see with this coin, and all the guys have been asking me, and we're gonna answer those questions because I know most of you guys have been wondering what's gonna happen with this coin, because a lot of you guys should theoretically be in this coin. Since if you're inside Boltz Alpha, if you've been watching the videos, and this one, I think what I want to see it, I need to see it break that 7 mil range. It's going to be super important that breaks either this week or the start of next week, and then we potentially might see it break all-time high. Okay, so that's what we're looking for that. And we got a lot of soccer balls from Queen Saberblast. She knows what's up. And ideally, that's what we wanted to happen. So hopefully, even with a bad market, this is still performing pretty decent. And I hope you guys are in it and did not miss the opportunity on this one, because it was almost a gifted opportunity. When we spotted this one, it was like, this is like some free a free 10x. We came really, really close here. So those are the kind of coins I wanted to just highlight, just let you guys know. Listen, there's still time to make some money here. It's just like, you just got to position yourself correctly, because a lot of the problem is people are kind of chasing, and you're not chasing the right stuff. Okay, you're probably following the wrong people or looking at the wrong stuff, and you're buying the coin by the time it's already like triple X or quadruple X, and you're like, oh crud, so what should I do? Okay, one thing I do want to highlight though and let you guys know is, don't forget, if you guys have a question about a coin, I know you guys asked me about questions about a coins and how they're gonna do, how they're gonna fare. Don't forget, inside Boltz Alpha, we're gonna be adding some new tools as well. But inside Boltz Alpha, we have this thing called the Boltz Analyzer. And basically what this does is I put my brain in it and I said, yo, little Boltz Analyzer, you're going to want to be me, all right? This is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to analyze these coins that people are going to submit the CA for, and give them a nice little entry. Let them know if it's a good entry, if it's a bad entry. I'll let them know, should they buy, should they sell? What would you do if you were me, right? So if you guys are inside Boltz Alpha, we do have that available for you guys. So you guys could go ahead and try out the analyzer. And the great thing about the analyzer, it's going to give you a lot of really awesome metrics, which is what we want to see. We want to see awesome metrics every single time. So hopefully you guys are able to get in there and run it, scan it, and show you guys where the entry is at. Run the analyzer and have the analyzer give you guys where you guys should, where there's pretty much what your target zone should be and what your evaluation is. So I highly recommend you guys definitely go ahead and check that out whenever you guys get a chance. But with that being said, let's see if we find a really interesting narrative, what we have moving on, and what we could pick up for today. Hopefully we're able to get like a, I'm going to say maybe like a, let's see if we can get at least a 5x to a, I mean, I really want to get a 10x, but we'll see. We'll see, because the market is kind of all over the place today and people are kind of struggling what's going on. So what is this? 25 million subscribers on YouTube, embrace myself. That's something else. We're going to skip that one. It's already moving. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have, is this actually on Bunk? Okay, this is actually on Bunk. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't bought a Bunk token forever. And to be quite frankly with you, I actually think of Bunk coins are actually pretty good, but I haven't bought one for a very, very long time. Let's see what we have right here. So we have one picnic, we have okay, we have that one, we have spy. I kind of want to take a look and see what's actually moving. I kind of like fine. I don't know why this coin has never done really, really well. Like, I mean, like, it's, blown up, but they've tried to run it multiple times. Bashers, I think that one came out yesterday. This one also came out yesterday in the morning. XRP came out in the morning as well. Came out yesterday. Magpie, which we were in. We actually got into Magpie. Speaking of Magpie, man, how many of you guys have questions on Magpie? Let me know. We'll jump into it and take a look at it. But if you guys are still in it, I'm personally still in Magpie. I actually bought a little bit more after my 2x. It fell down and I bought a little bit more, so I'm still holding there. Well, let's see if we find something interesting. Mooey in the building. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Let's see what we have. One thing that's kind of interesting and that we need to kind of focus on a little bit here is we got to understand that there are other ways of actually being able to tap in here when it comes to the market, because not a lot of things are moving in Solana. There is a lot of really interesting plays, not only on ETH, but also on BNB. So we're going to kind of be searching and moving around where the market is deciding to go. I still personally feel that we are eventually, okay? I still think eventually the next play will be on base, but it's not there yet. And when I mean plays, like, I don't mean like one coin in particular. I think that eventually a lot of the meme coin space is going to move into base. That's kind of like my prediction, and I've been kind of harping on this quite often. Like this guy says, we're gonna get to 20. All right. I actually put up a tweet today, which is this one, right? All right, hold which is this one. It says for Solana. So this is kind of just speaking about Solana, and it says for Solana to truly regain momentum, it has to embrace meme coins. And I've been kind of saying this, and the reason I'm going to mention it right now because I want to be on record. I want to be on record whenever this happens, is that everything will turn into a meme coin. And I want people to kind of grasp that and understand that because I've been saying this over and over for the past year and a half. And until people learn that everything will eventually become a meme coin, we might not be there right now, but eventually everything will become and turn into a meme coin. And the L1 or L2 or L3, where depending on where we're at that time, that embraces meme coins and makes meme coins their focal point will be the L1, L2, L3 that actually triumphs. Okay, that's what I personally feel that's gonna end up happening. So we kind of want to dive into that one. The master. I saw a crazy spike on this one. Okay, the dev bot. Let's see. Let's see here. Is this on Magic the Gathering? A full expansion meme coin. Okay, so they're kind of live right now. Competitive blockchain TCG. Yeah, I think this is like a Magic the You know, I was kind of looking at this before people bought this at 54 here. Dude, like I was looking at it and I was like, maybe it's a good time to buy here, and it just had this crazy uplift here. Yeah. Darn it. Okay, we're gonna let that go. I mean, it already 3x, so we're gonna kind of let that go. I kind of was like hovering over it, and I was thinking about it, but okay. Let's see what we have though. Let's see if we're able to. I kind of want to pick something in here, around here, just before it migrates, to get a nice little play here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if we get one here. Let's see. Oh, we got pause. Let's go. Now, I have a question for you guys. Does any of you have a question? Are you guys in any coin in particular that you're kind of wondering, should I pick it up? Should I sell it? Should I buy it? Or any question that you might have on an actual coin that's actually moving or not moving at all, so we could take a look at. Let me know if you can find almost coin, trying to see what side can trade it in. Yeah, you should definitely try Trojan, man. We've been using that terminal for right now. Constantly, I'm always looking at the different terminals. So we got 4 terminals right now that are actually pretty good. And I'm basically going to be in the terminal that I feel like has the fastest speed when it comes to trading. That's where I'm at the current moment. If the terminal is fast, that's where we're going. And also I like to see incentives, right? So if there's a really good incentive for you to actually be on a coin, then that incentive is good. Trey says, have you checked out Bank? Yes, I have checked out Bank before. But we can take a look at it at the current moment. The thing with Bank at the current moment is that the meta already shifted from Bank. Okay, so this is the biggest problem we have with a lot of these coins, is like they are so meta driven that once the meta fades out, we have an issue of the coin not going so far. So whenever I look at a coin, I try to figure out and say, is the coin gonna be sustainable for the, like, from here on out, right? And that's why I look at coins like, for example, cards that I've been mentioning to you guys a lot. And I've been saying, it's like, listen, will the narrative be sustainable a month from now, 2 months from now? And that is the biggest thing that you have to kind of go into. And that's when we look at coins like, for example, Bank came out, the narrative was good, the narrative died. Okay. So in order for the coin to go back and bounce back, the narrative either needs to come back alive or there has to be some sort of revival of that narrative. Currently right now, there isn't. So that's why we're It's in the stage, and I always like to call this stage like our do or die stage, because this is where this coin is either going to die or just keep going up, right? Or bounce back up. So right now, the do or die here is 173. If you're not in this coin, 245 is not a bad entry, because from 270 to 107, it's like about a 10% loss, or 10 to 15% loss here if you were to buy it now. But if it goes below 170, it's pretty much over. So you're either going to be like, it's good or it's not over. So that's with that one. Now, you asked me about which one was it? Goblin? Reggie, Goblin? We'll take a look at Goblin right now. What's up with Goblin? So this is the thing with Goblin. This is the interesting part about Goblin, okay? Let me go here. All right, so this is the interesting part. If you guys watch my video on that we did on Sunday, we actually talked about Goblin, and we mentioned the pretty much likelihood of Goblin actually being able to come back out or research. And these are the same thing with narrative coins. The difference between narrative coins and a coin that's mostly driven on pretty much hyperbola is the fact that Goblin kind of got chilled by Sam Altman. And not only that, but there was a lot of people kind of portraying and saying, okay, Goblin, Goblin, Goblin. And the thing is, people tend to get impatient, right? This is the thing. People tend to get impatient because they feel like, Sam Altman needs to start chilling the coin like if he was a KLF, okay? Because generally speaking, the only way this coin goes up is it's a two-way street for this coin to go up, right? Actually, three-way. Number one is if there's a big, strong community that pushes the coin no matter what Sam Altman says, the coin is going to get pushed, right? That's when you have a really, really good coin. Now, the other reason this coin could go up is if Sam Altman comes out and says Goblin again, or says something about Goblin, this coin will go from where it's at right now, 2.8, it'll go back up to like maybe 8 to 10 mil, okay? Or Goblin agent gets introduced to ChatGPT or to another AI narrative, and this will spike up. But in order for that to happen, you kind of just have to wait and be patient, okay? So what I like to do with coins like this, I just want to make sure I buy the coin as low as it possibly can for the biggest upside. Right now, it is at 3 million. And like I said, if you saw my video that we put up on Sunday, I kind of gave you guys a spot where to actually scoop this one up. So if you haven't seen it, highly recommend you guys check it out after the stream. But I still think Goblin has the potential of going up if any of those three things that I mentioned happen. If those three things don't happen, then we're just going to keep seeing a slow bleed because the community is not strong enough on Goblin for the coin to keep performing very well. That's the biggest thing. So I hope that answers your question. Okay? That's what's up with that. If you have a question on any other one, just let me know. We'll go over it. And that's kind of like the way we want to address coins. And we take a look at coins and say like, okay, that coin's gonna look interesting. That coin's not gonna do so well. Let's see what else we have here. Solana 2. Yeah, let's see what else we have. So yeah, I saw the sauce one. I mean, like the name is really, really good. But I don't think it's gonna like super perform. The thing is, like, I really wish the trenches would be like, and realize, like, guys, listen, can we stop PvPing? I saw a PvP yesterday, with that one coin that was it the bot coin that the guy made a tweet about it, and everybody thought the narrative was really, really strong, and I was like, bro, why are we PvPing? The coin's already at 1 million. You guys are PvPing a 1 million coin. Come on now. So that's what we have with that. I have a question for you guys though. So, couple questions. If you guys could answer these questions on stream, that would be amazing. Number one is, what bot are you guys using to trade? That would be question number one. If you guys could just type in the bot. And number two, if you can let me know if you guys are trading with Solana or have you guys migrated to using USDC. I kind of want to know exactly what, if you guys could answer those questions for me, that would be amazing. So we could kind of get a better idea. All right, let's see. Let's see what we have here. Trojan Solana. Okay. Solana. Let's see. Padres, so only Trojan. Okay, Trojan. Okay. Solana. Okay. Now the question I have for you guys, so the reason I'm asking this question is because I kind of want to gauge where everybody's mindset is at, because a lot of people have kind of not as far as trading bots are concerned, but mostly based on the currency people are trading in, is a lot of people have been kind of migrating from the Solana aspect, and that's why I kind of wanted to ask you guys if you guys were still trading on Solana or you guys were using USDC. OKC wallet. Okay, that's an interesting. My boy came, my boy like none of them in OKC. I love it. Um, make Solana great again, bro. Like if like it'd be funny if Solana would reach out and be like, bro, can we pick your brain for like a month or two? I would literally make Solana's price go back up so fast. Because I don't know how many. The thing is, like, it's like very interesting, right? Whenever, because I've been in conferences with people who are, Solana natives or people who are heavily involved in Solana, and there's an acronym for KISS, right? It's I don't know how do you guys know the acronym for KISS? I don't know if you guys don't know the acronym is actually pretty funny, and it's one of the things where people kind of the majority of people who I wouldn't say the majority of people who are in crypto, but the majority of people who are in tech, or the majority of people that are in I would say mostly people who are financial advisors, but they are from a older generation, and they like to overcomplicate things. Yes, Holtz, very that's what it is. It's keep it simply stupid. And what that acronym actually means, right? It means like don't overcomplicate things. Okay. And the reason why that's super duper important is because a lot of companies tend to try to overcomplicate things when things don't need to be overcomplicated. And that's kind of like what's literally happening with Solana. It's like Solana wants to become a type of they don't want to they just want to be known for being a institution that advances tech and is more tech savvy, and that is literally what it's not. That's literally what it's not. So it's like Solana is basically the reason Solana blew up to almost 300 was because of meme coins. And the problem is that they want to distance themselves from that because they've a lot of the top honchos think meme coins are useless, right? That's because they just have such a short expansion of visionaries. They're not very visionary, and that is the biggest problem that we're having. I think I don't think if I think eventually if Solana wants to kind of reclaim that 300 400, what everybody was predicting 500 600 zone value for Solana, they got to embrace meme coins. They just have to. It's just because currently right now in the market, if you look at the stuff that's actually moving, like for example stocks, like I'm doing really really good in stocks, because I like for my higher portfolio, for people that I manage for, we're heavily involved in stocks, and our stock portfolio is amazing right now. Like it's just doing so great, but um eventually stocks are not gonna keep performing the way they're performing. We're just in a certain scenario right now where they're doing very well, but if you are someone that's trying to make life changing money, stocks is not where you're gonna make life changing money. Stocks is basically where you go to make more money than you currently have, right? It's not the way to make more money. It's basically the way to make more wealth, and a lot of people don't understand that. But right now, currently right now, there is only one way where you could turn your life around and make crazy gains with very little bit of money, and that's meme coins. Until something else comes out, then I'll be like, I'll jump on the boat and be like, yo, let's move on to that. But right now, this is literally where it's at. Okay, Petunia, quack quack. So we are gonna kind of just keep hampering down, and currently right now, where the market's at right now, where even though things look a little bit bearish, that's when you start making the most money. I actually have a coin, and how many likes do we have right now? How many likes do we got right now? We got 19 likes. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. I'm gonna let's get 50 likes. All right, let's get 50 likes. We have like 20 minutes to get 50 likes. If we get 50 likes, I'm gonna give you guys a coin. All right, I'm gonna mention a coin to you guys that has the potential, of doing what cards did in a couple months. And this is pretty much life changing money. All right, I will tell you guys, like, not financial advice, but like if I were to put 50 bucks on this coin, I'm already in the coin. But if I were to put 50 bucks on that coin, I could probably come up with 500 bucks. Yeah, it's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. But let's get a 50 likes. Let's see if we can do it. I think we can do it. I think you guys know people. I can give that. It's gonna be a longer term hold though, but I've mentioned the coin before, and I think eventually the coin's gonna do pretty well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know whenever we hit the 50. I know it. I know it's a high mark, but the value of information you're getting, like people actually even people would pay money, okay, to get the information I'm gonna share with you guys. So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right. In the meantime, let me find something. Let's see if we can find something very interesting. I actually like this name, IPO. Let's see what we got. Don't tell me it's dupe. I'm still holding dupe, dude. I'm still holding dupe. Like people are like, I like the thing with dupe is this. If you guys have been following me from whenever we called dupe at 500K. It ran up to 80 mil. If you didn't sell, that's on you, bro. Okay, that's on you. Dupe fell down. Dupe fell down to it fell down to 4 million, and it ran up to 30 million. If you didn't sell, that's on you. Like you could literally have been making money over and over and over on dupe, and I'm still holding dupe. I'm still holding dupe. I'm one of the biggest holders of dupe, to be honest. But I already okay. My voice is Spark. I mean, I mentioned it before. We'll see. I don't know if you guys are gonna get it right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens though. Let me take a look at this IPO one. The biggest narrative in the market right now is IPOs. Nah, see, this is the thing with people, man. I like the name IPO. Hmm. I like the name. I don't know about the team. The team looks a little bit. I like Spark too. I held Spark as well. I am overcommitted on Spark, to be honest. Let's see. I'm waiting for Q3 or Q4 on that one though, but it's not Spark. Let's see. This is the talking about that. This is the reason why I personally feel like being early on a coin is so important, and a lot of people don't teach this. A lot of people tell you, "Oh, just wait for the coin to be like at look." A lot of people tell you like, "Wait for the coin to be like at like 30 million, 40 million, 100 million," and I think to myself like, "All right, cool. Like I'm down to buy a coin at 100 million. I don't mind putting in like 7 figs or like 6 figs on a coin at 100 million." But I at least want to at least 2x, right? Like can I at least 2x or at least even 50%? I'll take 50% off of 7 figs. I'll take 50%. But if the coin's not going to give me that return, then what are we doing? Like what are we doing? Uh, Let's see. All right, let's see. Did this one come back down? Back to 81. I'm gonna put an alert here. Let's see. It gives me the alert right there. Let's see what we have. I'm trying to find something that looks really interesting. Currently, right now, there is like nothing super duper interesting enough here. We're probably gonna end up finding something inside Boltz Alpha, but we'll see what happens. Sure why. Lamato. SpaceX. Trying to find a really good one. The Sea Otter. Cardster. Protocol sign Solana to get exposure to real market forever. Yeah, I think like generally speaking, cards. You know, whenever I mentioned cards to everybody, I literally like I was in this. Okay, so let me tell you guys a story. Okay, you guys are like I don't know if you guys want story time, but I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So I was in this big whale group, right? When I mean whale group, is like these are people who are 7 figures plus. Okay, and we were having a discussion. Okay, and I went in there and I said, I took because we were like talking about another coin. Okay, we weren't really talking about that coin in particular. And someone said to me and said, if you were to buy a coin, they're like, what coin would you buy, right? And I was like, if I were to pick one coin out of all this was like a while back, and I was like, if I were to pick one coin, I would pick this one, right? And it was cards. Right? I mentioned cards to them, and they looked at me and they're like, nah. They're like, that's not gonna do anywhere. Like, what's the tech? Because this we're in a tech coin, okay? And they're like, what is literally what's the tech behind a coin? What's the tech behind it? There's no tech. And I was like, you guys, listen, if you don't understand that currently right now, the money is in physical cards. That's literally where you're gonna make a lot of gains, right? You just gotta collect a bunch of Pokemon cards. Gotta collect a bunch of baseball cards. You gotta collect a lot of sports cards. Because that's where you get like a 10x, right? 10x or a 20x, just on physicals. And they looked at me and they were like, no. And then once the coins started ramping back up, they were like, "Oh, okay, I guess you were, I guess you were right." It's just some funny things, man. It's just like sometimes people with so much money, like I don't know who the heck is advising them, but it's like I feel like it's like, bro, you're getting like the wrong information. You just gotta get into the trends, and I gotta thank God for that, right? The biggest thing is like a lot of people ask me like, how do you know coins are gonna go up? How do you know things are gonna happen? It's like, guys, I don't know. I just go with my intuition, and God like literally nudges me and like, yo, bro, go this route, do this, and then that's what we do. We just listen to the nudge. We just listen to the nudge. But that's what happens. Let's see what we got though. I'm trying to find something interesting here that I like, that I get a nudge for, but I'm not getting a nudge, fellas. I'm not getting a nudge, so that means we're not getting anything interesting. Let's see what we got here. Eventually, we're probably gonna end up finding something, but it's probably gonna end up happening inside Boltz Alpha, which is interesting enough, which is awesome. But kind of wanted to get something for you guys too. Huh. Let's Let's see. Let me take a look at this spy one. What's the narrative here? Okay. Let's see what else we have. Let me look at this card one, man. This is the same thing, man. This has been done so much, though. It's the same concept over and over. Eventually, one of the there's gonna. I mean, cards is kind of like where it's at right now, but I think there's gonna be another one that's gonna look pretty. Gonna do pretty good. I mean, they have a clean website. I just don't know if another one is gonna. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Alexa! Alexa, what card should we buy? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nothing. Give me something. Come on. I want to get in one. I want to get in a clean play here, but I just got to feel it, man. I'm not feeling anything right now. Chipotle AI. What is this? The legend. Thing is, I don't even know if this is real or not, man. Let me actually. This is like if I were by myself, I would have already bought it, and I'd have been like, okay, I'll go check the I mean, it looks like it is. Oh no. I think we're gonna get flushed on this one, man. 40%, 36. Eesh. Hmm. Hmm. We're gonna skip that one. I'm probably gonna hate myself for skipping it, but um we're gonna see what happens. PvP 2 as well. Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, I figured, bro. Like, listen, like, see, this is the thing. It's like I know, right? I know things are gonna move. I should have kind of gone for it. It would have been a nice little 2x here. Let me see what happens. I had the intuition. I should have taken the hit. Oof. Let's see. Let me see what happens here. Like, we could have already had a 2x. Not gonna lie. %, be scary. Yeah, usually the like I'm so used to the bundle percentage being that high, bro. It's like, you know, it's one of those things. Okay, let's see if it comes down to 15. We'll probably take a stab. Here it comes down. Was that 18? Kind of want to see if it comes down to 15 here. Let's see. I think eventually it'll end up migrating and then it'll flush down. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, usually like with coins like this, like if I were trading by myself, I would have bought it at when I first saw it, and then I would have gone and done the research, and I would have just already 2x. But usually when I'm like with like trading on stream, it's like I like to be precautious because what ends up happening is if I'll buy the coin, everybody else buys the coin, we wait, and then it's like people start flushing out, right? So we just got to be extremely careful. Now, for those of you who are used to my stream, I know some of you guys bought when I first spotted it. Um, but because you guys already know if I spot something, it usually goes up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll probably end up migrating. Did anybody end up buying it? I know a lot of you guys. Some of you guys did. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, like usually, like the way the market is right now, I don't like to be over. There's it has to flush down to 15 though. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, that was the entry right there. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go look for another one. See what happens. That was an easy 2x too. Crazy cousin. Oh, that's what you drink. Yeah. Has this been made before? Oh, yeah, we had multiple here. Is this what was that? That looks like Mr. Beast. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we had that Chipotle one. It's just I was a little bit on the fence on it, but I just don't want to buy it and then it's gonna just flush down, We had our initial buy-in though. Let's see if we spot another one here. Yeah, that was the same one. I think that was the other one that we were looking at. It was exactly the same, I think. I think eventually we're gonna get one. We just gotta be ready for it here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that was an easy 2x. That was an easy 2x. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Come on, man. There's got to be another one that shows up. Paper ape. Yeah, this is the same. This is the same thing as the other one we're in, the Magpie. Yeah, it's probably gonna end up migrating here. Ah. I love being right all the time though, man. God is good. God is great. Let's see if it gets a flush on the decks. I don't know why recently we've been getting flushes on decks. Like when the dex gets paid, the coin ends up flushing, which is weird. Let's see what we got. I mean, this one's doing pretty decent. It's holding pretty well. Initial 10K up to 20. It went up to 25. Let's see what happens here. All right, we'll come back to that one here. I like the narrative on this drink. It's just we got a PvP on it, so it's kind of like it's on the fence, you know? See what else we got. Come on. Come on, give me a good one. Give me something good here. Dun, 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 dun. I want something more than a 2x, man. How many times are they gonna end up trying to launch Pepe, man? It's so crazy. Yeah, kind of just stuck there, man. Let's see what else we got. Come on. How are we doing with lights? You guys didn't. You guys. I want to know if you guys really wanted the coin, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm here to like. I'm telling you, this coin's gonna 10x. You guys don't want the coin though, man. You guys don't want it. We're gonna leave it for inside the Boltz Alpha though. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Dun, 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 dun. Did anybody get in Chipotle? I want to know. We're about to migrate on Chipotle. Did anybody get in? I want to know. Did anybody get in? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think this was pretty interesting. We'll see what happens after it migrates, though. Okay. Cool. I think it's gonna migrate. It's just I want to know what happens after. That's gonna be the interesting part. Went through effort 100%. Yeah, if the guy embraces it, it should probably go up higher, but we'll see what happens. All right, fellas. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. We will be back on Thursday. We're going to see if we could spot like a nice little 10x inside Boltz Alpha or a 5x. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that opportunity, head on over to Boltz Alpha, link down below on our Discord. And make sure you guys head on over there. Everybody have a wonderful rest of the evening. We'll be back on Thursday. So hopefully the market's a little bit greener by then. And we should be doing pretty well. So hopefully have a good one. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care. And we will talk to you guys later.